Hey guys, welcome back to Money Isn't Hard. My name's Corey, and today we've got 3 articles you need to know about before you go into work tomorrow. First one we'll be talking about is Apple. They are making some really big changes to their iOS platform that is putting them in direct competition with Facebook. I think it'll be interesting to see what Facebook does with that. Amazon's taking on a pharmacy. A lot of pharmacies, actually. And there are 9 million job openings in the United States. Wonder what those could be from. All right, so let's get started right off the bat. Apple is, this article was great. Apple is encroaching on Facebook's territory. How are they doing this? Well, they're starting to introduce features into iMessage, into FaceTime, into other parts of the phone that previously you'd have to use Facebook for, or WhatsApp, or Zoom to do. And now we're seeing those features come to the iPhone. So you don't need to spend as much time in the iPhone to do, or in the Facebook app or the Zoom app to do the exact same thing. So this is giving Apple a leg up. But what did Apple do, I think almost a year ago at this point? Apple started saying, let's focus on privacy. And Apple's always been a pretty private company, but they started banning things. They started making it so you couldn't track the user without their permission, etc. And now 99.9% of us don't actually, let's face it, don't actually really care if they track us because we don't really do anything wrong. Personally, I'm going to turn it all off because that's just me. But for the majority of people, it was really a non-issue. But now that Apple's taken these steps and disabled these ad trackers, these methods that platforms can track you across apps and see what websites you visited, companies are losing money from their ad platforms, especially Facebook. In fact, Facebook has been anti, these changes for a long time now, but really doesn't matter. It's Apple's platform. Apple can do what Apple wants to do with it, right? So that happened a few months ago. Now, all of a sudden, we're seeing these other things. So it almost seems like Apple is specifically targeting some of these new features to go after what Facebook has done, what Zoom has done, Microsoft Teams, etc. So I love it. So one of the biggest features that they're introducing is that you can make a FaceTime call with Android or Windows users. Well, that opens a gigantic catalog of users, right? It opens up basically 99.9% of devices in the world. It's being able to use FaceTime to make a video call. So now, instead of having to jump on Facebook or Zoom because people don't have iPhones, which still surprises me, at least in the United States. All right, I apologize. I know there are some Samsung lovers out there. But this opens up to getting people involved in the ecosystem that weren't previously. So instead of having to use those other platforms, let's just use FaceTime. Let's just use iMessage to do what we previously had to use Facebook for. Personally, if iMessage can do everything that Facebook Messenger can do, I will stop using Facebook Messenger right now because I have no reason to use it other than the fact that it does pretty well at what it does. All right, now the next article is about another behemoth, Amazon. They had purchased PillPack 2018, a few years ago at this point. And it's really, it's a service where they take your medication, they put it in a pack, they, seal it, and they put it all in an order, and you just rip off your pack, and those are your meds that you need to take for the day. Well, a natural progression to that, right, PillPack, is how can we make this more efficient, right? So there are long-term medicines that people have to be on for 6 months, a year, their entire life. Right? Insulin is one of them. Pills that you have to take that you're prescribed for 6 months. Amazon can now give that to you, and they're going to ship it to you once. You have to go to the store over and over, just once. That's it. So let's take a look at what this article says. Most insurance companies don't cover 6 months prescriptions. So the offering targets both uninsured and those who are insured, but plan to pay cash due to high out-of-pocket prescription costs. Interesting point. Amazon Prime subscribers who pay for delivery will be able to get a 6 month prescriptions for $6 on certain medication. certain medications, obviously. Now, Amazon is buying this medication in bulk, right? These big companies can buy tons of meds, and that's it at really low prices, pennies compared to if you just need to buy 30 tablets. And they're passing that on to the consumer. They're not shipping it to you one a month, right? So that cuts down shipping costs. They're not shipping it to you once a quarter. They're shipping it to you twice a year, right? Every 6 months you're going to get them. So they're able to save this money. Now, I would have to say that Walmart on Monday, I saw an article about this before I saw this one today, is offering a similar online service, but only for their members. So it's interesting that you have Walmart on Monday announce this and Amazon the next day announce that. So you almost wonder, did Amazon announce this because of Walmart's service? Was this already planned out for months and then all of a sudden Walmart forced their hand to announce something similar so they didn't start to lose members to Walmart service? I could see that being a factor in this. All right. Now, a little bit different. Let's talk about job openings in the United States. Now, some people don't like Fox, but this is Fox Business. I personally like Fox Business. They have some good articles. Occasionally, they get a little political, but I thought this was a good one. If I can stop this video from playing. All right, 9.3 million open jobs in the United States right now. Whether you like it or not, there are plenty of people out there that can make it, they can survive on unemployment that their state gives you, plus the federal unemployment. So, look, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you the facts, okay? So, there are a lot of jobs out there. Food services, other services, durable goods manufacturing. They have a lot of these openings. And you have to ask yourself, if we stop the additional unemployment, will that force people to get back to work? Clearly it's going to have an impact. Some people are not going to be able to survive on $300 less a week. So they're going to go look for a part-time job or a full-time job. Now, when it comes to the thing that's been affecting the world for a very long time, for about 2 years now, there is a shot you can get in your shoulder. I almost said the V word. And I think that once we hit critical mass, we've got to get people back to work. We have to start getting these service jobs back up and running. You're seeing companies take really specific moves. Chipotle upped their pay because they couldn't find workers. So now, what happened when they did that though? They increased that pay, and a few days later, the prices on all their food items increased. Same thing is going to happen in other industries. You can't increase wages without increasing the products that those wages are supporting. So you're going to see some increases out there. It wouldn't surprise me if you see, if McDonald's has to go $15 an hour, you're going to see an increase in prices on the menu. If any of these places that are previously paying $10 have to jump to $15, a 50% increase, guess what, guys? You're going to see increased prices. It's just a fact of life, okay? It's not like you can just say, oh, the owner will take the hit. No, not how it works, right? Most of these businesses don't make enough in profit to see a 50% increase on their labor costs. That's just period, okay? All right, remember, I do this for fun. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you didn't, leave a comment below. Let me know why. Maybe I said something you don't agree with. Love to hear from you. Anyhow, this is Money Isn't Hard. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys.